everybody, and welcome back to our expert mode healer class Thorium modded let's play. I'm Jebbins, and today we are going to be farming the heck out of some blood moons. And to do that, I've been doing a bit of fighting at night, and there's a new enemy in Thorium that drops blood when it's not a blood moon. We've collected 4 of those. We got a bar of silver and a little bit of arcane dust, so we're going to craft the Blood Moon Medallion, which is going to be basically like a Blood Moon summon. So instead of having to wait for the 1 in 9 chance to get the Blood Moon, we'll be able to summon it the next time we're at night. And it's pretty exciting for us because the Blood Moon drops, Blood Moon mobs will drop unholy shards, and those are going to be the start of our very first set of armor. Now, I should tell you, we got a couple new items since the last episode, just in the time that I've been kind of farming and grabbing a few things for getting our Blood Moons started here. We crafted the Life Quartz gem. I'm not sure if I showed this one. It gives us an extra little bit of life, and the our healing spells do a little bit more healing when we do that. So instead of only healing us for 4, our heart one now heals us for 5 for each heart. So that's pretty cool. We also found we have Cloud in a Bottle. I still have the boots and all that. I crafted a watch out of some of our gold bars. And the biggest item that we found is this one right here, this spell book Enchanted Armor. Basically, oh, get out of your slime. Basically what it does, if you don't have any armor equipped, you can cast this spell and it'll automatically add I think it's 17 defense, so if we cancel this, you can see, I guess it's 10 defense. So we have 7 just from our accessories, and then when we cast this, it gives us an extra 10. So I think, even though it's not exactly a healer item, but it's not technically a set of armor, so we're just going to use it to make things a little bit easier on ourselves. So we'll be using that during the Blood Moon here. So what we're going to do, we're going to fast forward and skip ahead to night. We'll summon up that Blood Moon, and we'll get to use our very bland basic arena over here and get ourselves our first set of unholy shards. Alright, the time has come for us to fight our very first Blood Moon. I have no idea how well this is going to go. We got all of our weapons up here. So we got the Weak Ice Shaver, Life Quartz Claymore, our Palm Cross, and I crafted some pills as well because I want to see how those did. We also have our heart one in case we need a little bit of life back at any point, find some time. And we've got, you know, the essential potions, Shine, Thorns, and Iron Skin. So without further ado, let's get this thing going. Oh, here we go. And guys, I was playing around with the Palm Cross when I was sort of fighting the, oh boy, when I was fighting around at night. And I gotta say, it's really, really good against the like undead mobs because it deals double damage. A Drippler, oh, these are gonna take a little while to beat, I think. But yeah, the Palm Cross is super, super good against anything that's like a zombie. You can see it deals tons and tons of damage there. Oh my gosh, what are these things? Oh, there's so many new mobs. Oh, I'm almost dead. I need to throw something on here. Let's get rid of this Drippler, maybe. Wow, those hands are, what are those, like severed hands, I think? Oh, no thanks. Those things are brutal. This arena is going to work really nice for us, though. It's a fairly basic, sort of, just early game boss arena. It's nothing too fancy. But yeah, it's going to work just fine for us. Oh, those those red guys are, I can't remember what they're called. Those ones are resistant to knockback and quite fearfully so. Wow, those hands are no joke. You cannot afford to take many hits against those. We're getting swarmed with demon eyes, and we don't really have anything to kill these things quickly, unfortunately. The most effective way to do this is just to spin your scythe around, because they actually can't hit you, I've found, during the night. They're too susceptible to knockback, and so you can just keep them away from you, which is probably my favorite thing about this weapon. So hopefully Patchwork spawns. I brought the pills mostly for Patchwork, that way we can just grapple to the bottom of the platform and drop pills on his head until he dies. But that's assuming he spawns. Hopefully he does. I didn't do any sort of particular measuring or anything on the arena, I just kind of made it long enough, hopefully. Let's get a little bit of life going here. We'll just drop it along the runway. So I found is works best. Drop it along the runway here and just run back. Oh, I guess we're full health again. They do last for a little bit, so maybe we can jump up here if we take some damage. So after these demon eyes go down, I'm jumping back down into the fray here. Alright. Oh, there's so many of those little hand things. Oh boy. These are scary. We don't have a lot of armor right now, or defense, I guess. Oh my gosh. And so those hands especially hurt because they hit for, I think they're hitting for like 30 or 40. I haven't caught it quite close enough. But yeah, this palm cross, awesome against zombies, terrible against kind of everything else. Like, oh my gosh, everything's hitting me for like 40. Life Quartz Claymore's kind of good in a pinch, get you a couple life back. It is auto swing, I don't know why I'm spam clicking it. But yeah, it's kind of good for these invasions. You can jump up on your platforms and just harass like a drippler or an eye until your life's back. And you see we're full health again, so we'll switch back to our palm cross. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the flying enemies take the double damage. Is that our patchwork? It is. So he does something different in expert mode, I believe. Yeah, he throws these little, I don't even know what these things are, like little grubs, I guess. Wow, they're pretty tanky, which is unfortunate. So let's switch over to our pills and see how that does. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be doing okay. The base damage on these is really, really low. But yeah, it's kind of accomplishing the purpose, I think. I don't really want to get down on the ground with them, but yeah, it doesn't look like he can really do much to us up here. I think if he is popping those little like slimy things out, I think they're getting hit by the pills before they can get up here. Or it's possible that those grubs I just fought weren't the same thing that comes out of the patchwork. Wow, he is very, very tanky. I hope we can do this before morning's up. There are so many mobs. I should have grabbed that water candle from my base. But as long as we save 4 blood from each invasion, we can farm these as much as we want, which is exactly what we're going to do. The next episode is going to be a big one. We're going to be kind of doing a little bit of a boss rush here. And yeah, we're going to need... Oh my gosh, there's so many mobs under me right now. Yeah, we're going to need tons of upgrades here. So we're getting our armor today. We're getting a few new weapons. I think we're getting a new self-heal. I'm not 100% on that one. I'll just check. But yeah, we're going to be fighting the Grand Thunderbird, King Slime, and hopefully I could do the next episode. This is a big power-up episode for us. Assuming we can ever kill these things. We're halfway through patchwork now. And that took me about an hour of the nighttime, so I think I'll be okay. Anytime you're kind of dropping stuff like this, it depends on how many of your shots are hitting the actual monster you want, and how many are just hitting the mobs jumping above its head. So I think probably 2:30 in the morning or so, maybe 2, we should have a dead patchwork. We're going to have tons of new loot from this. The unholy shards are really the main thing that we're after, because that's going to give us pretty much everything in the next tier of this class. So fairly easy start. You don't have a whole lot of options before you get to the Blood Moon as a healer, but I think this is going to be kind of where the game picks up for us and we start really doing some cool stuff. Patchwork's down to about 200 now. Oh, come on. The scary thing is what we're going to do with all of the other monsters that are running around down there. I don't know if enough of them are the undead that I can just go in and spam Palm Cross. It's good crowd control, but if it attacks enemies that aren't considered undead, it's really weak. Like the Life Quartz Claymore is definitely better. Patchwork's getting low. Right around 230, hey, I'm pretty good. Let's see, 50, 48, let's go, 42, 38, nearly there. And we're gonna go down here and just see how many of these things we can kill. There's so many little grubs. There we go, awesome. Alright, holy cow. We're down to 30 pills. Alright, let's just drop the rest of the pills down here. Get all the last bit of throwing damage that we have out onto the floor. And then I think we're gonna kind of kite them over to one side here, see if everybody will follow us. Switch over to our Palm Cross, we're fully healed. I haven't thrown my buffs on, which is actually probably a good thing. We're gonna jump down here and spam everything. Oh boy. Oh, that's scary. It's a good crowd control weapon though. Try to recharge a little bit of mana as we go, because I don't have anything. Yesterday in the game, the Traveling Merchant had the Celestial Stone, or the Celestial Magnet, and unfortunately we have nowhere near 35 gold for it. And so we have to hopefully not run out of mana. Which this thing's pretty... Oh, no. Oh, that one didn't hurt too bad. Okay. And we'll come back through here. Wow. This is great for crowd control. I take back all the bad things I said about this weapon. It's pretty good. I like this. Oh, look at that. And that whole... Oh, look at all these banners we're getting. Tons of mana. And yeah, that's... Wow. Look at all this. All that loot. Awesome. We only have about 30 minutes left. We go kill that drippler. Oh, here's a hand. Oh boy. Alright. We'll go kill off the rest of these. Alright, here we go. I'm feeling that this drippler has a money trough for us. Let's see. It's pretty much the only drippler that spawned. He's got a buddy now. Yeah, the scythe is great for the flying enemies. You kind of just sit here and take a breath and relax. And there's daytime. No, come back! You have my money trough, I swear. I'll stun lock you on the arena. Let's see, money trough, did I call it? That'd be too good, it's so rare. You have to usually fight a few of these. Yeah, no money trough for us. Let's go kill off the rest of these zombies. You probably should went the other way because I think there was more of them. I had to put down a heart lantern, so I kind of put one of our heart crystals into that, but at this point we're not really like hurting for life, I don't think. Might regret saying that when we start fighting bosses, but I think we'll be fine, and we can do a little bit of exploration if we need to get some more health before our boss rush, because that was our first blood moon, and we need to find out how many shards we got. 46 shards. Oh, I think I need 10 more for everything that we want, but that's not too bad. We got a blood-drenched dagger. I think that... Oh, it's like a little short sword thing. I know we're not melee, but I don't know, I like testing things. Oh boy. Alright, cool. That's a short sword for you. We got a shackle. We got the good book. Oh, this is for us as a healer item. Let's see. Oh, it's an ally's life. Whoa, that's super cool though. Oh, that'd be great in multiplayer. It's like a... It sounds like a gem staff kind of animation, but I guess it heals your friends, so that's cool. We got 11 blood. We just need to make sure we save 4 of this each time we fight the blood moon, like I said. And yeah, I'll be able to summon this every night until we have everything we need. We got a hurtful zombie arm. Cool. We got some severed hands for the... Oh, those are cool. For the throwing class. I missed that slime with all 3 of those. And we got the Grave Buster, which is the other thing that you get from Patchwork, I think. The good book's the other one. So yeah, we got that. We got a zombie banner. Got a shackle in there. Let's see what that shackle has. It's just a regular old shackle. I think our items are better than that. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to skip ahead. I'm going to head back to base. Let's see, we'll get our next Blood Moon Medallion crafted first, I think, just so I don't accidentally use up the last Blood Missing Night, because I really want to farm Blood Moons until we have everything we need from it. So I'm going to craft another Blood Moon Medallion, and then we'll go purify some of our shards, figure out what we want to make first. I think might start with our armor, give us a little bit of bonus damage, a little bit of defense. We can stop relying on our silly spell book here. And so yeah, we'll join you here in just a few minutes. I completely forgot, once you defeat Patchwork, you actually get a new NPC called the Confused Zombie, and he's just showed up luckily for us, so he's moved in. And I was taking a look here at some of the things he sells. I wanted to show what all he's got here for you guys. So we got, I don't know what a blood chamber is. We got rotten chunks and vertebrae, which is pretty cool. So we can craft anything we need out of those whenever we need. Necromancer's heart. So it looks like it increases your sentry summons. Interesting. That's it's kind of early for sentry summons. Usually you don't see that till Old One's Army, so a little ways in the future, but it's pretty cool. We got a rusty sword, a couple melee items. I realized that it actually sells the good book as well, so we have one of these already, but we can buy more if we need to. I think it might be a material in something. And then we also have this, which is the Leech Bolt, and this is something we can actually use right now. So it does 12 radiant damage, 4 crit strike, and it's lifesteal, which is super cool. So we'll go ahead and take one of these, Adept. I don't know what Adept is. Let's see. So that gives us... Oh, it's minus mana cost. That's perfect, because we still don't have max mana yet. So that's perfect for us. So we're going to skip ahead. We're going to get our Blood Moon Medallion, and then we'll skip ahead to some crafting. Alright guys, we got our next Blood Moon Medallion. We may craft another one because we do have enough blood for it, but I wanted to keep all the rest of our materials for something else. As long as we have one to summon the next one, we can get enough blood for another. So we are going to start by crafting our brand new armor sets. So we need to first turn some of our cobwebs into silk, and we need 12 silk for each of the armor sets. So we'll spam out 12, and we'll do another 12 here. Cool, so there's our silk. Now there's two sets of armor that you get at the same time with the purified, or with the unholy shards. One of them's called Ebon armor, and the other's novice cleric armor. So the cleric armor is what we had in the first playthrough. The Ebon armor must be new. It gives 1 extra defense. The chest piece has 4 instead of 3. And it corrupts your radiant powers, which I think is new since we started doing this. So I actually want to craft this one first. So we just need a workbench, which are literally all over the place. And we should have our... Yeah, this is cool. Oh, the healer, like the healer text there is purple instead of yellow like it normally is. So I think certain items give different effects when your healing powers are corrupted. So yeah, let's craft this thing. Alright. And the leggings. Alright, cool. Let's get this equipped. And we're back to 17 defense, so we basically have the same defense as the little spell thing that we had before. I think I sold it because we were kind of low on money. So yeah, this corrupts your healing powers, which I don't exactly know what that does. But let's see. Ooh, this lifesteal bolt's pretty cool. It is not auto cast though, so single target, kind of a small area. That's okay. Oh, our good book has kind of a different effect on it. Let's see if it says it. Oh yeah, check this out. Let's see. So this one turned purple, whereas no, I guess they all turn purple. Okay. So I guess it'll say if there's something different other than just an effect. So we'll kind of have to play around with that and see what this armor does for us. It does have 1 extra damage. Or sorry, 1 extra defense compared to the novice cleric armor, but yeah, we'll have to see because the cleric armor gives you more mana, so that's kind of a bonus there. So we'll see which one we like better. We'll hold on to both of them. So to purify your shards, you just need to be near water, and for every purified shard you want, you need 2 of the unholy shards. So we can get 7 of these, which is actually going to leave us a few short, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and purify all these just to get us going here, but we will need to fight another Blood Moon. Unfortunately, we just need 12 of these guys to make our next set of armor, so that's okay. We'll skip ahead and maybe fast forward through a couple of Blood Moons here, farm up everything that we need, and from there, I'm not sure. We'll find out once we get there. Alright, it's time for another Blood Moon. I think this is a new enemy. Yeah, what was that, Endangered Eye or something? Alright, so we are testing our new weapons here. We did get a little bit of bonus damage, our new armor here. We did get a little bit of bonus damage, and this new spell looks pretty decent. It's kind of a... it's a ranged attack, so I mean, it's got that going for it. So we can kind of sit up here and spam this down if we want, as long as we have mana. But it does do a little bit of bonus healing each time, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, we're basically gonna continue fighting this, oh boy, we're gonna continue dying to this Blood Moon until we have enough shards to basically make our next set of armor and a couple more items I saw in the wiki that I'd like to give a try to. So we're gonna zoom ahead here and finish up this Blood Moon, maybe a couple more. We'll see how many I get through before we have enough. So we'll speed things ahead and we'll see you then. Alright, we finished our second blood moon. We got a lot more unholy shards this time. We have 62, so that should be enough to get everything that we want, I believe. We also got this healer's card item, which doesn't look like it does anything, but it keeps track of all of your healing stats, so we might carry this around with us. We went ahead and purified a few more of the shards so that we have enough for our novice cleric armor, I believe it's called. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. Novice cleric's armor. Cool. So we'll go ahead and grab the headpiece, the pants, and tabard. What's a tabard? I guess it's the breastplate. Alright, so this decreases your non-radiant damage, which I think all of the healer class items do. Gives a little bit of bonus radiant damage, increased mana regen, and it gives you a bonus 10 mana. Our healing spells also heal for 2 extra life, which makes me think that if we put this on, I would bet. And we're about to run out here. Let's see how much we heal for off of these hearts. Should start taking some damage here soon. 9, wow, that's a big heal to be able to spam super hard there. So from full mana, let's see. We'll just remember that we picked up 2 of them here. Yeah, I think you can, I mean, with full mana we can get quite a few of these things. It looks like 10 or so, 15 maybe. So yeah, that's, I mean, 9 apiece. That's quite a bit of healing, so that's super cool. So what we're probably going to do, I think since we have all the unholy shards that we need, we may do a bit of exploring before the start of next episode, but I think we're really just ready to get into the boss fights. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our last little bits, maybe craft a few potions, and we'll end today's episode with a small little addition to our base. I'd like to get a small potion farm going, and maybe a couple little other tweaks here and there, but really it's just the potions that I want to get going, and I'm just going to build something small that will keep us going. I usually overbuild my potion farms. I don't know about you guys, but it's really easy to make too many pots or too many shelves for stuff when you really don't need it. So we're going to get a small one going just so we can get some of our basic herbs and craft what we can for potions, and I think that's going to be it for today, so let's speed things up and do a quick little build. And that'll just about do it for our little base upgrade here. Just made a little floating glass potion farm for us. 9 pots should be good enough. Like I said, I usually overbuild these, so we got our clay pots down, we have our seed chest, our materials, and our finished potions chest, along with another bottle, or place bottle here. So that should get us through and get us started on the potions that we need for next episode. We are going to be taking on some bosses. We got all of our new armor, we got a full rack of accessories, tons of cool weapons. I think it's time to fight some bosses, so we'll be starting with the Grand Thunderbird from Thorium, and we'll follow that up with a King Slime fight, and then we're going to give a try to Eye of Cthulhu. I think the second form is going to give us a run for our money with such little health and no real good way to deal range damage quickly, so it's going to be interesting, but we'll give it a try and hopefully take down all 3. So we're going to grab what we need to get those summoned off camera, I think. Probably don't really need to see us run around the desert grabbing the stuff for the flare gun or searching for a little bit more gold for that slime crown. Got everything we need for suspicious looking eyes, but I'm going to go grab the stuff that we need for those boss summons, and we're going to get that going next episode. On top of that, as I mentioned in I think the first episode, I don't want every episode to necessarily have a base upgrade montage. We've been doing it every episode so far, but I kind of want to get a little ways ahead so that we don't have to do it every time. We can focus on the action, fighting some bosses and all that good stuff. So next episode we're going to do a huge base upgrade, 7 or 8 more rooms, just to get us covered for the next boss or two with all the new Thorium NPCs and all that. And we have the Traveling Merchant. Let's take a quick look here. See what he has. You got anything good for me? Let's see. Gypsy robe. I can buy a paint sprayer legitimately instead of cheating. Stopwatch. Do I need a stopwatch? Yeah, sure. Alright, so guys, thanks for tuning in, and next episode's our boss rush, so we will see you next time. Going to struggle. I don't know if I'm accurate enough to hit him with this. Oh my gosh. Probably not. Yeah, I think I answered that question pretty well there. Awesome. So the real question is whether or not you can deal damage to him once he starts getting into his final I'm gonna never stop dashing dash.